Hey, Lakers fans. Last night was a rough one, and there's no sugarcoating it. The game made it abundantly clear that while the Los Angeles Lakers are still a legitimate contender, they're not quite at the level needed to challenge the very best. Let's be honest, the Lakers are still in that elite group, one of the top 5 teams in the league, but there's a hierarchy within that top tier, and last night showed exactly where the gaps are. Oklahoma City Thunder reminded everyone that even being a contender has its limits. There's a significant difference between a team that can compete at a high level and a team that can dominate the true elite, and the Lakers found themselves on the wrong side of that line from the opening tip. From the very first possession, it was clear that Oklahoma City was in full control. This wasn't a back-and-forth battle where the Lakers could make adjustments and mount a comeback. It wasn't a scenario where the game could be chalked up to a late surge by the Thunder. Right from the start, the Lakers were overmatched in every facet of the game. The energy, the execution, the pace, they were completely at Oklahoma City's mercy. It was a display of dominance that left the Lakers scrambling and reacting instead of dictating the flow. Watching the team struggle to establish any sense of rhythm was painful, because it wasn't just a matter of losing, it was being helpless against a team that knew exactly how to exploit every weakness. The Lakers' struggles weren't due to minor injuries or bad luck. This was a structural issue that became obvious in the first few minutes. Austin Reeves turned the ball over multiple times early, and every misstep seemed to snowball. Even when the Lakers attempted to set up offensively, the Thunder's defense forced errors and disrupted any semblance of flow. On the other end, Oklahoma City executed with precision, hitting shots and controlling the boards. It was a comprehensive breakdown, and the Lakers were unable to assert themselves in any meaningful way. The level of frustration was palpable because it felt like a lesson being taught by a more experienced team, reminding the Lakers of what it takes to reach the very top. Despite the harshness of that defeat, it's important to contextualize it. The Lakers remain one of the strongest teams in the league, and yes, they are contenders. Their overall record against most teams proves that they can compete at a high level, often dominating squads outside the top echelon. Yet, games like last night expose the margin between being a contender and being capable of winning a championship. Being in that top 5 doesn't guarantee you can overcome teams like Oklahoma City, who are performing at the highest level and have the experience of a championship pedigree. The Lakers are clearly in the mix, but they still have work to do before they can truly challenge for the title. Looking back over the season, similar patterns emerge. Earlier in the year, the Thunder presented the same kind of obstacle, exploiting the Lakers' weaknesses in almost identical fashion. There was hope at the time that the Lakers would adjust and improve, that incremental changes would shift the dynamic in their favor. But last night demonstrated that those improvements, if they exist, are still not enough. Even with key players returning from injury or hitting their stride, the team could not rise to the level required. This wasn't a matchup that could have been solved by an individual hero performance. It was a systemic problem, and against a team like Oklahoma City, individual brilliance alone isn't sufficient. One of the most glaring issues was the Lakers' lack of defensive cohesion. From perimeter rotations to help defense in the paint, the Thunder found consistent openings. Every drive, every pick and roll, every contested shot felt like the Thunder dictating terms, while the Lakers were constantly reacting. This isn't a small flaw. It's the kind of deficiency that gets exposed in high-stakes playoff basketball. If the Lakers hope to make a deep postseason run, these defensive lapses need to be addressed immediately. Every game is a lesson, and last night was a painful one, but it highlighted the specific areas where growth is essential. At the same time, the offensive execution was inconsistent and prone to lapses at critical moments. Turnovers piled up, shots were rushed, and timing between the stars and supporting cast seemed off. Even when there were opportunities to score, the Lakers struggled to capitalize, giving up easy transition points and second-chance opportunities. The imbalance between effort and efficiency was stark. It's a reminder that being a contender isn't just about talent. It's about cohesion, discipline, and consistency. And while the Lakers have all the talent they need, the ability to consistently translate that into dominant performance against elite teams is still a work in progress. However, the situation isn't hopeless. The Lakers still have a handful of games to fine-tune their strategies, reinforce habits, and sharpen execution before the postseason begins. Playoffs are a different beast entirely. Intensity rises, matchups are repeated, and every possession counts. The regular season can provide lessons, but it's in the postseason that those lessons are tested and refined. If the Lakers approach the playoffs with the right focus, building on what works and addressing the flaws exposed by teams like Oklahoma City, they have a real opportunity to grow stronger with each round. Incremental progress, paired with strategic adjustments, could allow them to elevate from contender status to genuine championship threat. Historically, we've seen teams face similar early season setbacks and emerge stronger in the playoffs. It's not uncommon for even top contenders to struggle against elite squads in the regular season, only to find cohesion and resilience when it matters most. For the Lakers, the goal is to enter the playoffs with a clear identity, fortified habits, and the ability to perform at the highest level under pressure. Each round of the postseason provides a chance to build confidence, tighten rotations, and learn to execute under intensity. The key is growth, not perfection, and last night's defeat serves as a reminder of both the challenges ahead and the potential for adaptation. Defensively, the Lakers have to embrace consistency. Last night, the Thunder exploited mismatches and gaps with ease, a result of defensive lapses that cannot continue. The challenge is not just to make stops, but to sustain defensive intensity over 48 minutes, something that elite teams do every night. Rotations, communication, and individual discipline must all elevate. When a team like the Lakers struggles to maintain these fundamentals against the best in the league, it becomes clear why victories against elite teams have been inconsistent. If the team can lock in, even partially, in these final games, it will provide a foundation for the higher-stakes playoff battles. The Lakers' resilience will also be tested mentally. Experiencing a defeat like this can shake confidence, especially when it feels like the margin for error is so small. But resilience is built through adversity, and the team has the opportunity to use this as a turning point. Recognizing the level required and the intensity needed to compete at the top is invaluable. The playoffs are where mental toughness truly matters. Each series demands focus, patience, and the ability to respond to adversity without panic. If the Lakers can internalize last night's lessons and maintain composure, they have a chance to elevate performance in subsequent rounds. It's also worth noting that matchups will play a significant role in the postseason. The Lakers have to understand their opponents intimately, adjust schemes, and be willing to make sacrifices for the greater team goal. Whether it's controlling tempo, limiting turnovers, or maximizing scoring efficiency, strategic awareness is essential. Games are often won in preparation as much as execution, and studying elite teams like the Thunder provides a blueprint for what is required. The team's ability to implement lessons learned from losses will be just as critical as the performance on the court itself. The path to a championship is rarely straightforward, and the Lakers are still navigating that journey. Despite the pain of a lopsided loss, the opportunity for growth is significant. Each possession and every game can serve as a building block for improvement. The regular season is a laboratory for experimentation, finding the right rotations, identifying strengths, and addressing weaknesses. For the Lakers, this period is crucial for consolidating skills and reinforcing habits that will be tested in the pressure cooker of the playoffs. Another key aspect is the development of younger players and role players. Austin Reeves, for instance, had moments of struggle, but these experiences are invaluable for growth. Learning to maintain composure, manage mistakes, and contribute effectively under pressure is what separates role players from true contributors. Similarly, understanding the flow of high-intensity games, recognizing opportunities, and executing efficiently are skills that develop over time and experience. The playoffs amplify these demands, so the final stretch of the regular season is a crucial training ground. Leadership and communication will be tested in the coming weeks. The Lakers have veteran talent capable of guiding the team through adversity, but translating that leadership into consistent on-court execution is key. Players need to hold each other accountable, make adjustments collectively, and maintain a standard of excellence in every practice and game. The playoffs are a grind, and the ability to stay mentally and physically prepared is what separates champions from the rest. Each loss, each lesson, is part of that process, shaping the team into one capable of facing the elite with confidence. Ultimately, the Lakers' journey is about evolution. Talent and individual brilliance are foundational, but a championship requires more. It demands cohesion, consistency, resilience, and strategic execution at every level. Last night was a reminder of how far the team still has to go, but it also highlights the areas where growth is possible. The regular season is a chance to address weaknesses, solidify strengths, and prepare for the crucible of the playoffs. Every challenge faced is a lesson in preparation for what lies ahead. And for the Lakers, the goal remains clear: build habits, strengthen chemistry, and emerge ready to compete at the highest level when it matters most. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on, whispers are growing louder across the league, and in NBA circles, one rumor is beginning to steal all the attention. TYRESE Maxey could be headed to the Los Angeles Lakers. While nothing has been confirmed, the mere possibility has already ignited excitement in Hollywood, where stars are born and legacies are rewritten under the brightest lights. League insiders suggest that conversations behind closed doors have quietly intensified, with the Lakers reportedly exploring ways to inject youth, speed, and scoring explosiveness into their roster. Maxey, widely regarded as one of the most electric guards in the game today, fits that vision perfectly. His ability to slice through defenses, create his own shot, and deliver in high-pressure moments has made him a coveted asset, and now, perhaps, the centerpiece of a blockbuster move. In Los Angeles, anticipation is building. Fans are already imagining Maxey in purple and gold, racing down the court at Crypto.com Arena, feeding off the energy of a crowd hungry for the next superstar era. There's a sense that this isn't just about adding talent. It's about redefining the team's identity for the future. The Lakers have always thrived on star power, and Maxey's charisma and fearless style of play seem tailor-made for the spotlight. Of course, skepticism remains. Executives around the league caution that deals of this magnitude are rarely straightforward. Financial hurdles, roster reshuffling, and long-term strategy all play a role in whether speculation turns into reality. Still, the buzz refuses to fade. Every new hint, every subtle shift in tone from insiders only adds fuel to the fire. For now, it remains a rumor, but one that feels increasingly plausible. And if it does come to pass, Hollywood may be preparing to welcome its next leading man, a player ready to embrace the pressure, the glamour, and the endless expectations that come with wearing one of the most iconic jerseys in sports. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.